Hello, everybody, and welcome to Unapologetically Free. I'm your host, Kia Nesbitt. I'm so super excited to be with you today. So I know everybody's saying, Kia, girl, where you been at? Mind your business. No, that's not the right answer. The right answer is I have been working. And I have been diligently working. So I am popping up on the social media streets when necessary. And today is a day that I feel is necessary for you to hear my voice. So, welcome. If this is your first time joining us for Unapologetically Free, welcome. Welcome. If you've been missing me, I love you even more. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I can't wait to fully share my experiences, but I have learned something, and that's in this season. Sometimes it's better to keep your mouth shut until your stuff materializes as opposed to talking about it. Y'all know a little wisdom. But nevertheless, today I am here to share a very near and dear important initiative that we have right here in Northeast Columbia. So I'm telling y'all my business. I do live in Northeast Columbia. Please do not Google me. I mean, you probably find me, but come to my house, you know how I feel about that kind of stuff. But anyway, neither here nor there. So I have a very special person on the other end who will be coming to join me. Janika Farr is a very accomplished, phenomenal woman, and she has a passion for the community. And we all know that it takes a village to raise our children. It takes the village for our community to be able to thrive. She has founded and she's a part of the Northeast community outreach portion of our community. And I'm gonna let her talk about that, y'all. She is a part of that. She's the executive director for the Northeast Columbia Empowerment Coalition, which is a 501c3 nonprofit organization right here in Northeast Columbia. She has started this to make a change, to help make a difference in our community. How many times do we see a problem in our community and we don't even do anything about it? We always talk about it, but we're not about it. And Janika has been about it. She is a very integral part in the Northeast Corridor. And so she's going to come on and talk a little bit about the organization, what the organization is doing, and also invite you to a very special event. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce to you guys. Janika is no stranger to this platform, but this is so vitally important to me that I share, because not only are we about our spiritual health, but we're also about the health of our community. So without further ado, I would like to introduce to you guys Janika Farr. Hey, Janika.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm awesome. I'm awesome. Thank you so much for having us. Thank you for that wonderful and beautiful introduction. I really appreciate that.
You are most welcome. We don't tell lies on this show. So, Janika, you got to introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about
Okay.
yourself, and also about, I got to say it right, Northeast Columbia Empowerment Coalition. How did all this come about? Let's just jump right into it.
Okay. Sure. Well, you discussed who I am, and
Right,
I am a community-driven public servant. And I initially ran for office in 2020, and that was for county council. And the
right,
whole platform was about community engagement and being civic minded in all that we do, and just being of service. And so last year, when we were in the height of a great deal of increased criminal activity in our area,
right.
we saw, we had a great deal of car break-ins and several shootings in
I
our
was just about to
area.
say we had more shootings in Northeast than a little bit, and that's not our
Yes.
norm. So you're right.
No. And one of the surprising aspects of that, it was the youth that were perpetrating, that whole situation with the increase in crime.
Right,
And the youth are near and dear to my heart. And so, what we wanted to do is to have an organization that not only had a mission of empowering all sectors of our community, because that's what the Northeast Columbia Empowerment Coalition is. That's our mission, is to empower all sectors of our community. And we do
right,
that through community service and civic action. But we wanted to make sure that the youth were a part of that, and an additional important part of this organization. And so, in all that we do, we always ask that our youth volunteer and participate in the community service that we do. And so, with that, we formed the Northeast Columbia Empowerment Coalition. And what
Wow.
it is that we understand that our governmental entities, they
Mhm.
can't do all of the work. Our legislators, our council members,
Right.
school board, they can't do it. But when we as a community come together and, like you said, see things that aren't correct, and we kind of don't know what to do, don't know, what's going on,
Right.
it
Right.
just makes us just, what? We're going to figure it out, and we'll figure it out together because we are a community of care.
Right.
Um, and so, with that, we started our organization. We were also facing issues with food. Our food prices were really at an all-time high. And so, we've partnered with local food banks.
Awesome.
And yeah, and so every event that we have quarterly events, and every
Yeah.
event that we have, we partner with them. And the youth are essential in bagging the food once we get the donations and distributing them.
Wow.
And so, the youth from Ridgeview High School,
Okay.
especially their JROTC team, they help us during every event. We've had three so far, and they've helped us in every one of those. And other youth from churches, so we really partner with churches. Both of our events have been at different churches. And you take that back to the social movements of our parents back in the 60s, where the church was the helm of change.
Right.
And
Right. Right.
so, we partner with churches. Rehoboth Baptist Church
Okay.
was our first place, and then we were at Brooklyn Baptist Northeast for our
Okay.
second event. And it's really, we have a community here that if you ask, it's a yes. When you're on the positive track and we're all working together, it's a simple ask. And when you ask, it seems, and what we've seen so far is that it's been a yes, let's partner, let's make a change. And
I
that's
am
who we are.
so I'm so glad to hear that. I am very passionate about JROTC because when I was in high school, not many moons, maybe 2 moons ago, we put it that way, I was actually the group commander of our ROTC unit. So I am very proud.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a big deal.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I am
That's a
very
big
proud when I
deal.
hear that JROTC units. We were Air Force ROTC. Big shout out to the class of 2002 from Hunt Fork High
Wow.
School. Yes, yes, we getting up there. Many about two
And
moons
they
ago,
are
but
like,
that's
yeah, yeah, and those are, I mean, they are stellar kids. It's amazing. I mean,
yes.
in some instances, they're checking on me. Okay, are we secure on this date? And when you say we have something, we need to be here at 6 o'clock, 5:45, they're there. I mean,
That's what's
they are
up. See?
wonderful.
See,
Hmm.
all youth are not troublemakers. There
Yeah,
are some wonderful youth out there in this world who just want an opportunity to serve. And I'm
yeah.
so glad that you're giving them the opportunity and an outlet to be
Mhm.
able to be better citizens. Because I think the only way we can change is if we give them the opportunity.
That's correct. That's
So that's
correct.
awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So we're partnering with churches. You partner with several churches in the Northeast corridor. We're also dealing with the schools and things of that nature. How can we? I know we have an event coming up, but I
Yes.
want to put out there, how can we help this organization be better? What is it that we as Northeast community members, what can we do to help you?
Definitely reach out to us and let us know of a certain sector of our community that needs support.
Okay.
We may be looking at one area, and but we're not hearing from that sector to ensure that this truly is a sector of the community that needs support. So reaching out to us and letting us know where you see there is a gap or something, division that's there that we can
Right.
work on, decreasing the gap and making sure that there's parity and equity there.
That's
Hence our event coming up.
Yes, let's talk
For
about this event. Y'all, this event is important. they are going to be doing an event about disabilities awareness. Well, it's specifically mental disabilities, right?
It's developmental disabilities.
Developmental disabilities.
Yes,
So,
yes.
okay, talk a little bit about how this all came about.
Okay. So I'll jump back to our last two events. So our first
Okay.
event was the to empower youth. So every event that we hold, it's to empower again a certain sector of our population. So with our conversation we had about 5 minutes ago, we talked about the youth, and how we wanted to make sure they were empowered. So
Right.
we had different organizations like Midlands Tech, who had the free tuition program. We had voters registration to make sure children or the youth were um, registered to vote, and even had machines to show them how to vote,
Oh,
because we
wow.
want to make sure that you are civic in doing what's necessary to be a positive person in our community,
Right.
an upstanding citizen. And so that supports that. We had plumbers who were there, who were willing to do free apprenticeships for youth, construction, someone that had an expertise in automation. We're hearing a lot about AI and how that's, trying to take over
Yep.
uh, our jobs. And so we had an expert there just to empower youth, to show them that there are opportunities available that is not necessarily needing a 4-year degree. And so we just had an outpouring of different community partners coming out.
Okay.
And so we did that, our first one, and then we had another event empowering seniors in our community. And so we had several senior organizations that showed up and worked to empower seniors. And so for this event, we are working to empower people with developmental delays.
Okay.
March has been declared back in 1987 by former President Ronald Reagan, to be the month of developmental disabilities awareness. So we wanted to do our part here in the Northeast to bring awareness to this population, so that we can empower them, support them in inclusion, and in self determination. And so we have several organizations that will be in attendance, who've partnered with us and who's
Awesome.
collaborating with us, so that we can bring awareness to this population.
Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I showed the flyer earlier and I'm going to show it again.
Okay.
So this event is going to be held at Converse Space.
That's right.
Okay,
That's
right
right.
in
That's
right
right.
here in Sand Hills. Shout out
Mhm.
to Tamika Schuler Washington over at the Converse Space. She is
Yes.
going to be hosting this event, and so we
Mhm.
have the Autism Society, we have ABLE, we have several
Mhm.
different organizations that have partnered with you guys to make this happen. So
Yes.
from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on March the 4th, go over to the Converse Space, which is 136 Forum Drive, Suite 4 in Columbia, South Carolina. Go out and support them. What all are you going to be offering on this day?
So we'll have, not only will we be giving away food, bags of food, partnering with
Okay.
another local food bank, but Able SC, as you stated, will be in attendance, and they will provide information on resources that are available for people who have developmental disabilities. Um, South
Okay.
Carolina Vocational Rehabilitation will be there. They will have information and supports for people who have disabilities, developmental disabilities, or disabilities within themselves. People, they deserve to be able to be employed.
Right.
They deserve to be able to live independently,
Right.
and be understood. And so, for a great deal of us, we need to be educated. And so, providing information on how we can support inclusion in our community so that they can thrive along with the rest of us. And that's what we want to do, is make sure that everyone here in our area within Columbia, we're one Columbia, we all thrive. And so we want to be educated and understand, what we can do to support. And then
Right.
Developmental Disabilities Council of South Carolina will be there, giving information and supports and resources. You will be surprised of what's available to people with developmental disabilities, and even more so, coming out as someone who wants to be educated and become more aware, being a support, volunteering for these organizations. Because there's no need for us as NECEC to reinvent the wheel, but partnering and collaborating with others who do the work is beneficial to us all.
Wow, wow, wow. Listen, everybody, March the 4th. Mark your calendars. You want to be at the Converse space on March the 4th. We are going to support the Northeast community. We're also going to support Columbia, and we're going to support our citizens with developmental disabilities. We need to get education, empowerment. We also want everyone to be able to have access to resources. I feel like a lot of times why we're not successful is because we don't know what we have access to. And
That's
so in this one room is going to be access to a plethora of information and resources that can help us better understand and to assist those with developmental disabilities. So
that's
I'm
correct.
so excited about this. This really brings joy to my heart. I
Absolutely.
love to partner with organizations that's doing things in the community. It's one thing to say that you're doing it, but to actually be seen doing it, that's very, 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 very important. If someone needs food that day, do they need to pre-register? How does that
Mm.
work?
No, you show up and we'll give you the food.
So if you are in Northeast Columbia or Columbia all over and you need food, prices of food is expensive there. Everybody, listen, this is a difficult socioeconomic time for a lot of us. And so if you need food and
That's
you're
right.
lacking that ability to go get food, come out. Come out on the 4th. There is a resource for you. Come out to Converse Space. It's on the screen. 136 Forum Drive. It's right there in the village of Sand Hills beside Jersey Mike's. So if you don't know where it is, I'm letting you know. If you know where Jersey Mike's is, y'all know. Ask me how I know. I done had plenty of sandwich at Jersey Mike's. Right there.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You turn in, you're going to go on the side where Lowe's food is, and it's going to be right there at the Converse space, right in Sand Hills. Going to go there. And if you need food, go get the food. It's free. They're not asking you to fill out any kind of
Nothing.
form, any kind of paperwork. There's no shame, but this is an opportunity for you to be empowered. We
That's
just
right.
want to make sure that you understand there's no shame associated or attached with this. We just want to make sure that you are empowered. So
That's it.
definitely go out and support. There will be youth there that's going to be assisting, which I think is absolutely amazing. And they're going to have resources. So definitely, Janika, if someone wanted to partner with your organization, or if they were just interested
Hmm.
in maybe giving a donation, because I know these things that you're doing, everybody needs a little money. Your organization might need some cash. I mean, that's just bottom line.
Yeah.
So tell us
Yes.
where we
Yes.
can find information on the organization and how can we partner with you? Do you have a donation link? Talk a little bit about that.
Sure. Um, we are on, all platforms of social media. So we are on Facebook, we are on Twitter, we are on Instagram. Our email is nececforu@gmail.com. And our phone number is 803 250 5373. We do not have a link for um, making donations, but if you reach out to us via email or phone, text message, we can direct you on how to do so.
Okay, give me that phone number one more time.
Sure. 803
Uh-huh.
250
Uh-huh.
5373.
All right, listen, if you want to support this wonderful organization, especially if you live in Northeast Columbia. Because, we have so many businesses and all these other things. But if you're in Northeast Columbia, this is an organization that you definitely want to be a part of and you definitely want to support. So I
Yes.
am going to In just one moment, I'm going to run it across the screen so that everybody can have the information so that you will be able to contact them directly if you would like to partner with them, or if you would like to give a donation. Because again, it it takes money, y'all. It takes money and it takes effort and it takes partnership. So as you can see, the information is scrolling across the screen so that you can have it. I want you to reach out to Janika. I want you to talk to her, get to know her. She's an amazing person on and off the screen.
Thank
She's
you.
just a regular, down to earth, amazing person who is making a difference in her community. Well, Janika, do you have anything else you would like to share with us today?
If you could update the email, I saw it scrolling across.
Help
It
me
should
out.
be FOR
Got it
and
for
then
you.
YOU. Yes.
Got it. Got you. Okay, y'all.
Yeah. And we will have someone that will be speaking who was autistic, has been diagnosed as autistic. She was diagnosed at age 3, but she's now a senior at Winthrop University. So
Wow.
just giving information on that. And that's my daughter. When I talked to her about this upcoming event, she said,
Right.
I got to speak there. I've got to say something. And I said, okay, why not? So
Wow,
she'll be
that's
speaking.
amazing.
Yeah, so she'll be speaking, there and talking about the experience and educating us on, just making sure that we're inclusive and, how we navigate and supporting. So it's amazing how the work that I'm doing has hit back home.
Yeah, I was
You know,
just
it's
about to say
surprising.
that's a full
Yeah,
circle moment.
yeah,
So
yeah,
listen, guys, let me say this. This is full circle. So Janika is not only bringing something to the community that is needed, but it's something that she's also had experience with. And I
exactly.
am sure that she could tell you that she wished that she's seen or had some of these resources when dealing with her daughter, and that her daughter is an overcomer. So
Yes,
just because you have any kind of delay, any kind of developmental challenge, doesn't mean that it's the end for you.
that's
So
right.
I just want to encourage some parents out there. Janika just gave an amazing testimony, and I hope that you record your daughter and that you post it,
I
because
will.
that is so inspirational to hear someone be able to overcome and be in college doing
Yes.
well. That's amazing. That's amazing. So, guys, I want you to definitely partner.
Mhm.
I have put the
Yes,
correct information on the screen. Partner with this
yes.
organization. There are a lot of organizations out there saying that they're doing things and they are not. But as you can see, this organization is doing what they say that they're going to do. So I'm going to put up the flyer one more time so everybody can see it. We want to see you Saturday, March the 4th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. We are honoring all of those with developmental disabilities for Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month. Guys, I want you to show up. If you're in need of food, you're able to go and get food free of charge, no paperwork. Walk up, get the food that you need so that you and your family can be provided for. So, we've given you all the information. Janika, I appreciate you for coming on, for
Thank
even
you.
trusting the platform, for having you on. As always, if there's ever
Thank you.
anything we can do, please don't hesitate to contact us for
I'm going to
sure.
hold you to that, and I'm going to continue to hold you to that because you looked out to help us share our message today. So I appreciate that. And I
You
do
are
want to
so
add that
sweet.
Destiny Worship Center is also going to be there. So that's another church we're connected with for this event as well. So Destiny Worship
Okay,
Center
big
will be
shout out to
there.
Destiny Worship Center. We
Yeah,
love it. We love it. We
yeah,
absolutely love it. We love it.
yeah,
So big
yes,
shout out to them, their pastor and their leadership. We're super
mhm,
excited that the church is being the church. And let
yes,
me say this, if you are of the body of Christ, you should be the hands and feet of Jesus here in the earth realm. You ought to be representing him in some way. And
yeah,
so in this way, not just in the church house, remember the church is the people, not necessarily, it's not the building. We
right.
call the building the church, but we are the church. And it's
Mhm.
up to us to show the love of Jesus in this community. Because how would they know unless we tell them? and unless we show them.
That's right.
Now, I could talk about that all day long, but I'm
Yes.
not going to get on my soapbox on that. But I'm being for real. It's
Yes.
enough of going in the church and not doing anything otherwise, not taking what you're learning, your gifts and your talents, and not impacting your community. So, for those of you who are watching, if you are a ministry and you would like to partner with them. If you have a youth group, I'm calling all youth leaders. I'm talking to you because I know I was a youth leader for a very long time. And I know what it's like when you have your children and you're looking for something for them to do civically, and you're
Right.
looking for something for them to do civically that's going to actually be done and done in decency and in order.
Yes.
Information is on the screen. Let's get together. Come
Thank you.
on, Northeast Columbia, Columbia as a whole. Let's get together and let's make our community better. One event, one child, one person, one individual at a time. Well, guys, all the information is scrolling on the screen. I believe that you guys have heard our heart today. I believe that this message is going to go out and that we're going to put legs to this. Well, guys, this is the unofficial version of Unapologetically Free, where we're free to do the journey called life together unapologetically until we meet again. Not sure when that's going to be, but we're going to meet again. But when we meet again, I'll be here. You guys have an amazing rest of your evening until we meet again. See y'all later.